Arcane Leon's Deathloop was planned to launch in May after already being bumped from a late 2020 window, but sadly, it won't meet that date either. The time-twisting action game is now coming on September 14th, and the developer said it wanted to make sure that it can create a fun, stylish, and mind-bending player experience, while also keeping its employees healthy and safe. Good on you, Arcane. Originally planned to launch in spring 2021, LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga has been delayed to an unclear future date. Developer Traveller's Tales did not give an exact reason for the delay other than wanting to give the team more time to deliver, quote, the biggest and best ever LEGO game, and said it would provide new launch information as soon as it can. Sony confirmed back in February that Gran Turismo 7 had been delayed into 2022. The decision came as critical parts of the development process were affected by the pandemic, and because of the changing nature of the global situation, a firm date wasn't set. As we get closer to next year, hopefully that will change. Originally scheduled to release back in February, Ubisoft delayed its extreme sports game Riders Republic just about a month prior to launch. It's now coming at an unspecified future 2021 date, and Ubisoft gave a vague statement about wanting to deliver the best fun-fueled experience when they announced the delay. We won't be able to get our handses on the Lord of the Rings Gollum until 2022. The game's precious 2021 launch got pushed early in the year, with companies Daedalic Entertainment and Nacon partnering on the project moving forward. It's still planned to release on several different systems though, including Xbox Series X, PS5, Nintendo Switch, and PC. Precious. Returnal didn't get an enormous delay, but it was delayed nonetheless. Originally planned for a March launch, the PS5 exclusive roguelite third-person shooter from Housemarque is now releasing on April 30th. Publisher Sony said this time would allow Housemarque to add additional polish to the game, which blends its signature arcade-style bullet-filled action with a third-person perspective and production values more akin to a AAA game. Kena Bridge of Spirits got a delay to early 2021, a short time after it was showcased at the PS5's official reveal event. However, that window didn't stick either. In late February, it was delayed again, this time getting a firm August 24th date for both the PS4 and PS5 versions. There is nothing to say it won't be delayed again, but the new concrete date does inspire a little more confidence that it will actually come out this summer. Originally planned for a launch this March, Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time remake was delayed to an unclear future back in February. Ubisoft cited wanting to make a remake that still feels fresh while staying true to the spirit of the original version, but didn't specify how long the delay would be or if it's even still planned to release in 2021. The series has largely been on ice since Assassin's Creed exploded in popularity over a decade ago, and I don't know about you, but I'm dying to see my prince again. Hogwarts Legacy, a 19th century game based on the Harry Potter series, was scheduled to release later this year, but it has been delayed to 2022. The delay came amid controversy surrounding author J.K. Rowling, who was not directly involved with the project. Gotham Knights, a spin-off of the Batman series, and a non-canonical one at that, was scheduled to arrive before the end of 2021 before being bumped into next year. Warner Bros. Gave a very vague statement about wanting to provide the best possible experience for players, but didn't really specify the reason behind the delay beyond that. The cooperative action game is directed by Patrick Redding, who previously worked on Splinter Cell and Far Cry. It's not the only DC game Warner Bros. Has cooking, with a Suicide Squad game slated for 2022. However, we wouldn't be surprised to see that one get bumped too. A game awash with controversy and production issues, Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2 got delayed late last year to a 2021 date. Since then, publisher Paradox chose to delay the game again, this time out of 2021 completely. Furthermore, an entirely new developer is working on the project, replacing the old one, Hardsuit Labs, which was subsequently, and sadly, hit with layoffs. Dying Light 2 has been delayed a few different times, and it was originally scheduled to release about a year ago. Its latest delay, announced back in January, was indefinite, though it was still confirmed for 2021. Developer Techland has been accused of a toxic work environment and poor leadership. Its delays come as Dead Island 2, a sequel to a game Techland also created, has been in development hell for several years and is now on its third developer. The latest 2D fighting game from Arc System Works, Guilty Gear Strive, was delayed by about 2 months, moving from April to June 11th, 2021. The delay came after the game's open beta, during which the studio solicited feedback from the community and determined that it wanted to spend more time polishing it before launch. This includes making improvements to server stability as well as the online lobbies, which have sometimes been problematic in the company's other online fighting games. Humankind, the game that reportedly lets you rewrite human history as you see fit, was delayed from April to August as developer Amplitude Studios looks to address feedback it received during a beta period. Elements the studio is looking to improve are the pacing, balancing, and diplomacy tools. The user interface will also be getting improved prior to its new August 17th release date. Back 4 Blood, a cooperative horror shooter from Turtle Rock that serves as a spiritual successor to Left 4 Dead, was delayed from June 22nd until October 12th. The studio didn't give any concrete information on the reason behind the delay aside from wanting to improve the game, but it did say there would be an open beta this summer for eager players to try out. A separate alpha test was held on PC last year. First delayed in February before being delayed again to April 1st, People Can Fly's Outriders may have actually benefited from the delay in unintentional ways. A substantial demo released prior to the game's launch, giving players a chance to try out its cooperative shooting action and see its role-playing elements. Couple that with launching day one on Game Pass, and it was so popular at launch that it's had a lot of server issues as they struggle to cope with the numbers. Wait, they announced that delay already? Capcom's Pragmata was shown off in a showcase for the PS5 back in 2020, but the game has already received a delay. It isn't coming out until 2023, meaning it's probably going to be a long time before we hear more about the game at all. If you remember, it gave off very strong Death Stranding vibes in its previous appearance, and it's scheduled to launch on PC, PS5, and Xbox Series. Amazon's MMO New World has been delayed more times than we can count. Seemingly one of the only games Amazon hasn't cancelled outright, New World was moved from a vague spring 2021 window to August 31st, 2021. The development team is working to improve endgame features prior to launch, as well as add more polish to the game overall. It's just one MMO that Amazon is working on, with a Lord of the Rings project in the works too. The Destiny 2 expansion, The Witch Queen, has been delayed into 2022. The scope and complexity of the expansion and its narrative ties to other content was one of the reasons for the delay, and the studio wanted to avoid putting extra pressure on the development team during the pandemic. However, content for the game, including the Vault of Glass raid, will continue throughout 2021. I've said it up top and I'll say it again, I can't even imagine how difficult it is to even make a game in the first place, let alone doing it in the middle of a pandemic. So it's natural that so many of them are going to be delayed. And yes, it's a shame, but I hope all the devs get all the time they need. But if you're still at a loss for some things to play, there are plenty for you to get through. If you've got Game Pass, we rounded up some absolute must-plays for you, so check the link in the description or on screen right now. Thanks for watching.